All right, guys. So I know it's been probably almost a year since I've done some type of vlog type video, but I've been super busy. We just had the Growth Spec Grand Prix, which was a huge success, and you guys need to come out next year. I just got married, so that's kept me pretty busy this last week. And while I was on my honeymoon, my friend Justin reached out to me and was like, hey, I think I found a real Shelby in a garage. Can you come out and check it out? And I couldn't check it out personally because I was obviously on my honeymoon, but kind of verified what it was. He struck a deal and he hauled this thing out of hiding. It's been in a garage since like 1985. So we're going to head over to Rockdale, Texas, and be the first ones to walk around this car, really show you guys what a true survivor barn find Shelby looks like, and check it out. So I'm going to hit the road. It's about 50 miles over to Rockdale, and we're going to take you guys along with us. So some of you may know that I have a history with Carroll Shelby and the Shelby Mustangs that goes back pretty much to my first job in the automotive industry. That job was working for a company called California Mustang back when I was basically, I'd left college and come back to California and got a job at California Mustang. And I worked my way up to a position there called Special Projects Director, which was pretty much a made-up position, but the owner really liked me and he let me do all kinds of cool stuff. We created new products, worked on new projects, worked on the internet in the early days of selling Mustang parts online, and kind of helped develop all that stuff, and it was a lot of fun. But then I left there and I went to another Mustang company called California Pony Cars, and in between that I actually did a stint selling Ford Mustangs and the new Ford GTs and the GT500s when they came out at Citrus Ford in Ontario, California. So I've worked with Shelbys and Mustangs pretty much my whole career. And then when I struck out on my own and launched my own company, one of my first big contracts and first big connections in the auto industry was Shelby American, where I got to design a lot of their apparel and t-shirts and hats and patches and things like that. This shirt that I'm wearing is actually one of our last designs that I did for them, several years ago when we were still working with them, back when Carroll was still alive. And it was a really big honor to work with Carroll Shelby, meet him, and work with his team there. Really had a great time on those projects, and it was kind of fun to be part of telling that story through the medium of apparel and design. So Carroll Shelby and the Shelby Mustangs have a real special place for me. So I'm super excited to see this really rare, unmolested GT350 that Justin's found. So we're almost there. A few more miles on these country roads, which are great, and then we're gonna check out a really awesome barn find. I think there's more dogs every time I come out here.
Dude, I've had 2 more come up here. What's going on?
How's it going, man? It's good to see you.
How's married life?
Good, good. All right, so I'm here at my friend Justin's place called Praesel's Addiction. Now, he builds all kinds of crazy projects for people, whether it's an installation of a bar, a custom stage made out of an old pickup truck, tables that are made out of motorcycle parts. He also builds cars and does car flipping. And I mean, as you can see, he has just a lot of cool stuff everywhere. And he also just picked up this Shelby. So let's go in and check it out for the very first time.
Factory R12 AC car. I'm pretty sure this car is all bone stock, untouched, maybe a small tune-up, plugs and wires, and a cap and a fuel filter. Other than that, this car is 100% original. Original radiator. Look at these hoses, still got the old numbers on them. Oh, and to make it even better, I want to show you how beautiful this oil is. Can y'all see that? It's right on the full mark. It's perfect. That's beautiful, man. That's like a 2019 model car oil. It's an 82,000 mile car. Thank God it was parked for so many years, so it never even hit 100,000 miles. Nowadays, you buy cars that are 4 years old and they got 80,000 miles on them. But luckily, I was in the right place at the right time, and I found this car, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna sit on it for a little while and soak it all in and leave it all original. And if I ever let go of it, I hope somebody does the same thing. It's too beautiful to change.
All right, so inside here, I mean, it's 100% original, super clean, original seats, not a tear in the upholstery. Headliner needs to be redone. Original center console still here. And inside, I was just kind of peeking around it. There's a bunch of original receipts from the owner who had it. I mean, from the 1980s, here's, you know, gas receipts, student ID for University of Austin, University of Texas at Austin, and even a David Bowie concert ticket. So,
and that ID is the previous owner I bought it from.
So, and this is the guy you bought.
That's the guy
So
I bought it from and parked it in '85.
So this guy was driving this car to college back in the 80s, which is pretty cool.
His dad bought it for him. His dad was a car collector, and he wanted his son to have a really cool car for college. And his son went to UT, and he was proud of him, so why not buy your son a really cool car? And thank God he only drove it for 2 years, because it could have been modified. It could have had speakers and fat tires on it, but he didn't have time to change it. Once he bumped that little fender, that was it. He parked it, got another car, and it's set for 85 on till now.
Perfect.
Show it.
Yeah, go ahead and check
these tags and everything.
Yeah.
There's the
Some,
Ford bin.
Yeah, there's the original Datish tag.
Look at this rubber. All of this rubber is perfect. Everything. Even this weather stripping. It's unbelievable.
Well, and the door closes like it's factory new.
So I'm just gonna hold it about an inch. It don't get no better than that. I don't think my new pickup shuts like that.
That's awesome.
And just so you know, I didn't get lucky. I didn't get lucky. Just finding the car.
The Shelby GT350, obviously super cool, but it's not the only awesome barn find that Justin has here on the property. Let's check out some of the other rides he has in the shop. So we got this Trans Am here that Justin's been driving. You drive this pretty often, right? Almost like a daily driver?
Man, this is my little personal go to town, run errands. All I did now was a set of 17 snowflakes, and this winter I'm gonna shut her down and I'm gonna do a pretty much crate powertrain LS, little turbo setup with a 6-speed. Little work to do, 6-speed. I gotta do some bell housing extensions, or I can run a 5-speed and be done, but I want double overdrive. But what I try to do out here, I'm a fan of anything old and antique, so I like the old motorcycles and of course the old muscle cars and 50s. I try to keep everything from 1920 through 1950, but I'm a fan of 60 and 70 cars too. Just pulled this one out of literally a barn. This is a real barn find. It's a one owner, bought new in Texas, 4-speed, original matching number motor, original paint. The motor's over there on the stand. The numbers match the title. Have tons of brand new parts for this car. Thinking about putting it on the market, not sure. And I just picked up its sister. The guy had 2 of them. This one was a Pro Touring car. It's a Wheelwood 4-wheel disc brake. They actually built it to run a Pike Peak event. It's got pretty much the best of everything you can buy on it. Just picked this one up about a month ago. Bought this off of a 80-something-year-old Studebaker collector. He only collects original paint cars, and I'm a fan as well of that. No any kind of bodywork damage has ever been done. He did rebuild the motor, and he did airbrush underneath here at 80 years old, and I think this guy did one of the best jobs I've seen in a long time. Rewired it from head to toe. Every single light and bell works on this car. You could drive it anywhere you want. Film this truck because I know history on this.
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, I saw this online.
It's better in person. You feel me?
Yep.
So I just scored this. I'm kind of one of those guys that look for the rare stuff that nobody knows anything about. This is a 51 Tilt-A-Whirl, all original truck. There's only 10 built in the world. Back in 51, a guy got together and bought 10 trucks from Chevrolet, added a carnival ride, ran off of a PTO system where 6 little cars go around and around while the truck idles. Well, there's only 2 of these known to exist right now in the world, and this is one of them. The other 8 got sold, and they put flatbeds on the back and threw the back away. This is an all original tiny tot ride, and there's 2 right now known to exist.
Super cool.
The inside is freaking wicked. Oh, this gate opens. Look over here. You can see inside. But see, this thing might be worth $100,000. I don't know. There's only 2 of them. There's a huge article online. Just type in 51 Chevy Carnival truck. Look at the paint and all that.
That's so cool.
So the PTO lever was right there while the truck was running. You just engage it and the chain comes on. Plain and simple. But most of your farmers would buy this truck to haul grain or hay. So they would throw this bed off and just put a flatbed on it. They didn't know this was going to be worth anything.
So that kind of wraps it up for today here at Praesel's Addiction. He's always got cool stuff. Justin's always buying, selling, trading, swapping stuff. You can find him online. I'll link him down below. Or you can also see him out at Round Top. He's always out there selling cars and some of his furniture projects and other things. So Justin's always got cool stuff. I'm going to jump back in the car and head back to Brian and get some work done this afternoon. But I'll see you guys in the next video.
Brake stuff. You're gonna get all new brakes. All new brakes.
That's what the best thing about it is those metal brake pads.
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh, yeah. '67 Shelby, baby. Actually, '68. I keep saying '67.
68 is cooler.
I like them both.
67 have more power, but 68 is more got like touring car, driving car, other than a race car.
The tires start turning here. Feel that? How long have I been trying to buy this? 2 years?
Year and a half, yeah.
I was gonna keep messing with you, you know that, right?
Well, you're the
I was
first
gonna start
time
coming to your house.
If it wasn't you, then I'd have to take you to Austin to pay somebody $20,000, $30,000, $50,000. Well, you know, if you pick that much, you can sell it for
About 70, 80.
that you have in it.
So, what's the difference, right?
You're
So
better
50
selling
is over 80, 30, and over 70 years, 25, right? That's the
and
way-
less of a
that's the
headache.
way a lot of people don't think about it.
No.
Say, no, no, it's a $60,000, no,
Once it's done.
it's done.
This is what it cars restore it to happen.
You're gonna get a lot of looks.
Today's Tuesday. I got this 68 Shelby from Graham. Been sitting in here for how long?
Almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years. It's all original. Plan on taking it back just like the day it was brand new, hopefully. Just wanted y'all to see it the way I got it.
Yep.
Man, I appreciate it.
All right, man.
Thank you so much. I love
Thank
this
you
car.
for